Celebrity Health Talk. I'm here with a very important person. She is the founder, visionary, and pioneer of Melqosh Mission. She's here visiting from United Kingdom. Her name is Faith. How are you, Faith?
I'm fine, thank you.
Why don't you tell the people about you and what you do?
Well, less of me and more of what I do.
Okay. Well, we want to know about you and what your inspirations and why did you decide to put so much effort and energy in your project?
Okay, well, I'm a recently ordained pastor, a minister of the gospel, a servant to the marginalized and the poor and needy, and I'm a mother of one. I'm a peer consultant in the UK, and I'm a social policy and sociology graduate. I received the vision to start Melqosh Mission International in November 2004. So this month is actually a good year. It's a good month. It marks our 10th anniversary since the vision was birthed. And so the project that we have basically is to equip, educate, and empower amputees whose limbs were cut off during the 10-year war in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
These are the victims of the blood, fuel, diamond. And so we basically believe that if we are able to empower them, they would not just be partakers in mainstream society, but they would also be contributors as well. And so the essence is basically to see how we can mobilize aid for them. They are very independent despite the disabilities that they have. They don't want to receive handouts, they want a hand up. And so Melqosh is basically stationed to give them a hand up.
Okay, so basically you're saying this is your 10th year anniversary. Tell us about the beginning. What inspired you to start this, and how was it during that time you started this project?
Well, I was in a conference in the United Kingdom when I was reading the book of Micah, and my spirit just bore witness to Micah 4, where it says, "In that day I will gather her that is lame and make her a remnant, her that is outcast a strong nation." And I quickly wrote down, and I was writing down, it was like the Lord was just pouring into my spirit things that which now make sense. But then it was just like a big, huge project. I was like, wow, how I knew the why, but I did not know how. I didn't know what to do. I did not know where to start. So I had a lot of questions, and so I spent a lot of time praying. The uncanny thing was that 1 month after the Lord had given me that vision, my mentor, my father in the Lord, he called me and we spoke for quite a while, and he said to me, "God has raised you to help women." And so I just knew it was a confirmation, because it was just too surreal for him to really say that when the actual scripture was her in terms of in the Bible. So God specifically meant females.
Okay.
Females. And so I had thought that it was for the UK. I thought it was for women who were undergoing emotional and physical challenges. A lot of women can be lame emotionally. A lot of women go through a lot of torture, violence in their home. Keep it quiet, and you're thinking, well, rather than speaking out, you're even furthermore victimized, because you sometimes think it's your fault as a woman. And we women, we have a way of, I say, putting a makeup on our problems, and so I thought that was what I needed to do. And so I went to Nigeria in 2005 on a retreat, and the Lord spoke again to me that I will use you as an instrument of salvation in your country. Again, I thought it was the United Kingdom, because I had been there for quite a long time. And so when I returned back towards the end of 2005, the Lord said Sierra Leone. So it's been a process. It's been a process for me. Then what had happened was I was continually praying for me to be able to discover my destiny, because it is only when you're able to discover that you can recover the lost years, you're able to recover the grounds, the things that maybe may have gone wrong in your personal life, or even things that you should have done earlier had you known earlier what your destiny was meant to be. And so I spent a lot of time waiting on God, and I know that is where the foundations of Melqosh has been birthed, and I know that is why our roots are very, very strong, because when you wait, waiting gives you strength, waiting gives you patience, waiting gives you endurance, waiting, gives you so many things, gives you the tools on how to deal with challenges that would come as you progress. And so I went to Sierra Leone. I took a leap of faith. I took a bank loan, and I went to Sierra Leone 2008, did a feasibility study, tried and found out how we could start the project, who we could work with, the women that we needed to work with, the children that we needed to work with. Children are the heartbeat of God, because they are future leaders, and God is interested in children. And then I went again in 2010. We continued the project there, and then it just started up from there. 2011, I launched it into the community in the United Kingdom, and tried to get people on board to see how we do our project, because we do not get any funds from international bodies, neither do we get funding from governmental bodies. And so we only do campaigns and fundraising events to be able to raise the funds needed to execute a project in Sierra Leone.
Okay, so actually, even though this project is for disabled Sierra Leoneans, the government of Sierra Leone, they don't contribute anything, and the United Kingdom don't contribute anything.
Definitely.
Did you ever go to the government and ask them, "This, I have a project, I want help"?
Definitely. I mean, recently as December 2013, wouldn't mention the ministry, but they work closely with the beneficiaries, and they should be the go-to ministry. And I was basically told that Sierra Leone can't give what Sierra Leone doesn't have. And so they said they'd given enough to the amputees. Meanwhile, monies had been appropriated by the United Nations for amputees to receive a reparation fund so that they will be able to have independent lives. Also, they had been promised pension, a lifetime pension. They had been promised free medication. They had been promised free education for their children. None of that materialized. We're basically doing what the government should be doing, but we are here to plug in and be, a need meter to a social need.